businessman Rick Caruso will end his campaign for mayor of Los Angeles much as he started it, pounding away with a television advertising campaign that attempts to persuade Angelenos he is the kind of independent problem solver who can overcome entrenched and corrupt interests at City Hall. In spending about 13 times more than his opponent, Representative Karen Bass, Caruso's advertising onslaught on TV, radio and digital platforms is expected to exceed $53 million, enough to help define themes for the race but not enough to ensure victory, according to several political professionals watching TV. Those numbers encompass what both candidates are slated to spend through the primary and general elections, according to data from media tracking firm AdImpact. Despite the lopsided spending, Bass appeared to remain the strong frontrunner through the summer and into the fall. Polling conducted in late September put Bass 15 points ahead of Caruso among likely voters and 3 points ahead, within the poll's margin of error, among all voters. But the race is widely believed to have tightened in recent weeks, likely at least in part due to the $3 million to $4 million a week that Caruso has spent on advertising since the beginning of the month. Campaign experts said ad attacks by both sides appear to be less ferocious than in some past mayoral campaigns and perhaps tempered by race and gender, with Bass constrained by more intense scrutiny that sometimes confronts women and candidates of color and Caruso intent on avoiding charges that his. With no single ad or image dominating, it's the sheer size of Caruso's advantage that will leave the most lasting impression of the 2022 campaign. Caruso is sometimes recognized at campaign stops by Angelenos who have no real idea who he is, beyond the certainty that he must be famous because they've seen him on TV. Caruso's ad campaign has been a 12-course meal complete with wine pairings and little palate cleansers of negative ads on Karen. Mike Feuer. By comparison, Bass is trying to serve a home-cooked meal for a sold-out Dodger Stadium with just barely enough to feed the grounds crew. Robert Shrum, director of USC's Center for the Political Future, agreed that studies have shown that the amount of advertising is at least as important as the content of the advertising. By that throwaway standard, it's clear and undeniable that Caruso has an advantage. A little less than half of Caruso's ad spending has come since he finished second to Bass in the first round of voting in June. His $25.7 million since then is 8 times as much as Bass's $3.2 million, according to data from AdImpact. Caruso has had nearly a dozen ads on TV in recent months, while Bass has put a little more than $3 million behind a single 30-second TV spot.